Today was one of those days at work that really had me concerned about humanity as a whole. I had a table. It was a couple. They were probably, I'm going to say, at least 60 years old. And they got our three-course meal. And the three-course meal comes with a soup or salad, your choice of protein, and a side. They both upgraded their proteins, one to a ribeye, the other to an 11-ounce filet. Cool. Once the food runner actually brings the food out, the lady says, "Oh no, I got a prime rib. This is not our food. He got a filet." So I assure them, "This is a ribeye and this is a filet." She's like, "Well, no, because he got an 11-ounce filet." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, this is the 11-ounce filet." She's like, "But I got a ribeye." I was like, "Yes, and this is your ribeye." And so she tells me to give her husband the ribeye. I'm confused, but I'm like, okay. So I just, for clarification, I was like, "So we're giving him the ribeye, you're going to eat the filet?" Husband looks up at me and says, "No, I ordered a filet." I don't understand what's going on at this point. Like, what the fuck is happening? And so I was like, okay. I was like, "So are we keeping our steaks? Are you keeping your are you keeping your ribeye and he's keeping his filet?" And she says, "Yes." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we give them their filet, the ribeye. We are dragging on her lobster tail, so we get that to the table. Once I get the lobster tail to the table, she says, I don't understand. We both ordered steak and lobster. Why is my steak bigger than his?" And so I said, I was like, "Oh, because you upgraded your steak. You got a ribeye." And she's like, "Well, he upgraded his steak too." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, you upgraded to a ribeye. He upgraded to an 11-ounce filet. So yours is going to be bigger because it's 16 ounces. She's like, "But we both got steak and lobster." To which, again, I'm confused because I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, you both got steak and lobster, but you upgraded to a ribeye and he upgraded to a filet. So that's why your steaks are different. But the steak and lobster is steak and lobster." So at this point, I just go ahead and get my manager, and he explains to her that different cuts of meat are going to be different sizes. She assures us that she knows the difference between the cuts of meat, but then continues to tell me she just didn't understand why that was so hard. Like, why is it that her steak is bigger than her husband? Because you got a 16-ounce ribeye and he got an 11-ounce filet. Like, why is this so hard?